Welcome back to the Mr. Showtime podcast. Title of this video, the NWO, the New World Order, is here. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, tighten your straps, fasten your seatbelts, because the journey ahead, it's about to get extremely rough. It's about to get bumpy. It's about to get real. You know, it's funny how in primary school and in early high school, they taught us about, the guy with the funny mustache from Germany, goes by the name of Hitler, right? They taught us all about him, all of his tactics, and how he basically used media propaganda to, frame Jews as the problematic demographic. And that's how he was able to push his agenda through and commit mass deletion of the Jewish community. And my condolences to those who have been lost, to those lives who have been lost during the Holocaust, right? My deepest condolences. Even during the time, there was no social media back then. There was no internet, like smartphones and whatnot. There was only television and radio and hard copy newspaper publications. And yet still, Adolf capitalized on the people's ignorance of politics and their gullibleness to, emotional stimuli such as, the Jews are responsible for Germany's economic downfall, so therefore these people need to be, deleted. And so it happened. Now, fast forward decades later, a century later, today, in the 2020s, we have been taught this kind of history. We've been taught Hitler's tactics. There's been documentaries on this Discovery Channel on DSTV. And guess what? Those same tactics are being used right now as we speak by President 46 from the United States and his Dixiecrats and the Democrats trying to usher in a new world order. And his friends from the Asian country with the red flag and the yellow stars, if you know which one I'm talking about. And the guy from the former Soviet Union, right? If you know who I'm talking about, right? Do I need to say it? I'm using code names as I'm winking my eye because I don't want to have to say their full names to avoid censorship, right? So if you know who I'm talking about, pretty obvious, right? Catch on. It's funny how, you'd think as time went by, people have been studying these tactics. Oh, so they used propaganda, they used newspeak. Shout out to George Orwell with his novel, 1984. I don't like, me personally, I don't like to call it a novel, but I prefer to call it a script because everything mentioned in that book is happening right now as we speak. Newspeak, political jargon, the shifting and twisting of words to fit a narrative. Oh, together we can beat the spread of you-know-what, such and such disease to, again, people fall hook, line, and sinker. Meanwhile, since people are so politically illiterate, you didn't know that a government cannot enforce medical lockdowns and mandates to corporate institutions, whichever institutions. It's literally unconstitutional. So what do I mean by that? The government has no constitutional right to enforce, slave muzzle slave muzzles in corporate institutions or anywhere else. It's unconstitutional, but you didn't know that. You just fell hook, line, and sinker. That's what you get when you don't know your rights. That's what you get when you don't understand politics. Yo, listen. Things are becoming so real. Even as educational institutions, I mean, it started out with feminism. Oh no, the NWO, they're not stopping there. They went on to, on the attack on masculinity, right? But oh no, why stop there? They're trying to indoctrinate young innocent kids from as early as primary schools to be queers and colorful skittles, if you know what I mean. As in, the previous month was their celebratory month, right? Skittles, codename Skittles, right? Listen, every corporate institution is becoming indoctrination camps. You see women who are out here studying these useless sociology degrees, and they're basically walking in as innocent people, normal people, and they're graduating as BLM supporters, radical feminists, gender dysphoric, confused people who identify with, one moment they identify with a two-spirit homosexual penguin, and then the next they identify with the last train to Paris, and then by tomorrow they identify with a boiling pot of hot water. This is where we're at. This is what's happening, right? So here's what makes me personally frightened of this whole thing. I emailed my university months ago, got in contact with my HOD, and I basically emailed her about these whole shenanigans that are going on, in the limelight. So basically, they're basically teaching us about critical race theory, and I basically emailed her and I told her that first of all, this syllabus curriculum, it's not in our syllabus, it's not in our curriculum. Why are you teaching things that are off topic? Because it was these tasks we had to complete online just before we were granted the ability to graduate. So at the time, I thought nothing of it. I was like, and everyone else in class were like, why do I have to do this? Okay, fine. It was an online short course online where we had to there's a list of questions and you have to answer. Basically, what critical race theory is? It's a lot of garbage. It's a lot of nonsense. And I shed light about this false curriculum that is being taught in universities and colleges, particularly with my university, and others. WWIII University, anyone? I mean, you don't even need to go inside the classes. The people there, the students there are bonkers. But I've already done a video dissecting that. I digress. I'm pretty sure Tux has also been, assimilated by the Agent Smiths. But anyway, I digress. I emailed her and I was raising concerns about these whole weird leftist, radical, wokist ideologies that are being taught in our curriculums. So I said, madam, these ideologies that you're trying to teach us, it's bad for society. And she replied, she says, well, provide evidence and proof to back up your claims. And I said, I thought you'd never ask. So I went to my, trusty sources, to the relevant sources, sent her all the links, showed her all the sources, cites and references, pictures, the graphs, the pie charts, everything. I brought everything. I provide all the evidence in the world. Plus with bonus evidence, videos, clips, references here, pasted here. Basically, I provided a whole PowerPoint presentation. And I offered to, can I come over to the institution for a speaking engagement, a public speaking seminar, where I can, talk to the younger first years and second years, the undergraduates, postgraduates, anyone who's willing to listen. So that I can show them that, hey, listen, our society is heading towards a very dangerous direction. Upon me sending that email with all the PowerPoints and references and evidence, guess what happened? No response. And it's been months. This was back in March. Now it's July. So I wasn't surprised the fact that I got no response, because it lets me know that they are part of the system as well. They are the agents. Oh yeah. And listen, I hope they're all watching this, right? I hope they're all watching and listening to this, because, hey, I stand for that. I care about the truth, even if it means putting myself at risk. We are headed towards dangerous, uncharted territory. World War III is afoot. It's happening. A month ago in Uvalde, Texas, there was a mass shooting that took place. A couple of weeks here in South Africa, a country where we're not big on mass shootings, but it's finally happening at a rapid pace. There was one happened in Cape Town, one happened in Gauteng, Joburg. It's not a coincidence that these things are happening simultaneously. And now our police commissioner, Beyicele, is out here in the mainstream media propagating that, we should get rid of our gun rights because guns kill and all that stuff. And I'm like, nice try. Our Second Amendment rights, gun rights, we're not meant to. First of all, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Okay, let's just get that clear. Coming back to the gun rights. Gun rights were fundamentally established to protect citizens from a tyrannical government system, from rolling tanks, military tanks, A-grade, airstrike drones, jet planes from, and the Navy, the martial law, from running all up in your neighborhood, basically enslaving you, holding citizens at gunpoint. And at that point, a tyrannical government system can rule with an iron fist because the citizens are not armed. You fell for the okie doke. You gave up your gun rights. And now you have no means to protect yourselves. You have no means to arm yourselves. Now there's military, Navy troops walking all up and down your neighborhood. 24/7 with guns. AR-15s with guns. 24/7. 24/7. Just like now in certain parts of the country, they have the National Guard just standing there. You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to make you get used to soldiers with guns, just keeping you in check. They're trying to usher in a new world order. Don't you see? These are the same tactics that Hitler used during his time. And of course, the non-playable characters, the NPCs, aka the average normie, the average citizens, have no idea what's going on. Yet you studied this thing in history. You studied, you saw all the tactics that they can use. And yet today you're still falling for it, hook, line, and sinker again. Come on, people, you can't be this stupid. At some point, let the light bulbs click on, yeah? Protect your gun rights. Keep your firearms. Because in Australia, it's already a wrap. In Australia and New Zealand, it's already a wrap. We're not even going to talk about them. South Africa still has a chance. Keep your guns. You need to protect yourselves against a tyrannical government system. Not just from, potential burglars breaking into your house. No. From a tyrannical government system. Keep your firearms. Protect your gun rights. Do not let them take away your gun rights. You're out of your mind if you do. And if you do, that will be the end of it. That will be game over. And you can blame yourselves for being ignorant and stupid because you fell for these emotional pranks. Oh, there was a mass shooting. We should, guns are bad. Guns are bad. No. Guns are good. Guns are there to protect you. To keep you armed. To protect you and your family. Do not listen to Police Commissioner Begitele. Do not listen to him. Keep your guns. Don't fall for any of these political shenanigans. I would have loved, I say again, I would have loved to be invited to my university for a speaking engagement. So a lot of these folks, I'm meeting some of these high school matriculants in the gym. We're having conversations, and I'm trying to probe their minds. What do they think of this whole, pronouns, gender pronouns, shifting, trans, LBGT, Skittles thingy? And a lot of them, they're falling for it. They are accepting of it. And I'm like, my goodness. It was this easy to indoctrinate young kids. Just imagine what the next generation of kids are going to be falling for. Anything. But anyway, without being too long-winded, right? I'm gonna post this video, and you're probably not gonna see me again, because after I post this video, my black ass is at risk, right? Because I'm saying things I'm not supposed to. So if you don't see me again, don't be surprised. It's been good, and good luck out here. Execute Order 66.